So we were seeing more and more of this pejorative use of the term Chinese virus from Donald Trump to refer to the coronavirus. That's bad enough, and it's growing daily. Donald Trump seems to sort of be getting energy from it and really enjoying using it. But we're also now hearing from an Asian reporter that a Trump official referred to the virus as the Kung flu to her face. We're talking about Weijia Jiang, who is a CBS News White House correspondent. She tweeted yesterday that, quote, "This morning, a White House official referred to coronavirus as the Kung flu to my face. Makes me wonder what they're calling it behind my back." Meanwhile, again, Donald Trump seems to have realized that Chinese virus is working well for him in terms of propaganda and currying favor with his supporters. And he's constantly tweeting about it now. Just in the last few hours, Donald Trump tweeted, quote, "I always treated the Chinese virus very seriously and have done a very good job from the beginning, including my very early decision to close the borders from China," as well as saying this morning, "I will be having a news conference today to discuss very important news from the FDA concerning the Chinese virus." And then an hour before that, for the people that are now out of work because of the important and necessary containment policies, for instance, the shutting down of hotels, bars, and restaurants, money will soon be coming to you. The onslaught of the Chinese virus is not your fault. Now, there are people saying we should call it the Chinese virus because the Spanish flu was called the Spanish flu, and we call things what they are. Even that assessment ignores history. The 1918 flu, sometimes called the Spanish flu, didn't start in Spain. And it didn't really have anything to do with Spain. The Spanish flu started in either Kansas, France, or China. It was called the Spanish flu by the Allies in World War I because it got more attention when it moved from France to Spain in November of 1918. In the same way, if anything, we would be calling this the European flu because it became more quickly prevalent around the world once it got to Europe, and that really became the epicenter. It did originate in China. China had an explosion of cases now under control in China. Europe is really the focus of the worldwide spread. If things continue as European countries get under control to explode in the U.S., this may soon be the U.S. Flu, the U.S. virus, by the way. But in any case, you know, when you start hearing things like Kung flu, Chinese virus, you know you're losing the fight against the virus and you're instead choosing to fight a propaganda war. And the reality is, wherever it started, like, listen, if the governor of Oklahoma is bragging about going out to restaurants when we should be self-isolating, it doesn't matter whether it started in China, France, Italy, Australia, or Peru, right? It just doesn't matter. We are spreading it here and we are causing the problem to get even worse. And that's ultimately what matters. And at the rate things are going, and from the email, I actually got a message yesterday from someone who said someone I know's roommate is just pretending like nothing's going on. They're just going about their day. They're annoyed that their favorite restaurants are takeout only, and they think the entire thing is just a hoax. That's here in Massachusetts. Just imagine what is going on and how prevalent that is in a red state like Oklahoma, where the governor is publicly minimizing it and bragging about being with his kids out to dinner at a packed restaurant. We're just not going to solve it if that's the case, and people will die unnecessarily. This is not, you know, lying about I cut the deficit when you didn't. That's bad enough, but this is life and death for a lot of people. And every single day, the death toll is climbing, and it's not slowing down, unfortunately. I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, Vincero Watches. They're giving my audience 15% off your entire order when you go to davidpakman.com/watch. Maybe you don't usually wear a watch and you've been thinking about looking for one to elevate your look, or you've been thinking about replacing the one you have. Check out Vincero. It's an American company. All of their watches are built in small batches from high-end materials. They look amazing. And they look like something you'd spend a lot of money on, but every Vincero watch ranges from $150 to $300. I went on their website and picked out the Kairos in white and silver. Really love the look, the combination of the white face and the beige band. Really love this one. They also sent me the Kairos limited release gold reserve set. Totally different style. This one would make a fantastic gift for a couple people I can think of in my family. Anytime you see me wearing a watch on the show, I'm wearing a Vincero watch. Go through their collection. I know you'll find something you like, and you'll get 15% off when you go to davidpakman.com/watch.